What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing great. I hope wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, it's awesome. So, guys, thanks for stopping in today and talking with me about some movies for a little bit. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notifications whenever I post new content. Guys, today we're talking about a movie from earlier this year, from 2024, called Smile 2. The first Smile I thought was excellent. It was, so one of my least favorite movies of all time is It Follows. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, but I just did not like it. I thought it was stupid. But Smile is almost has the same principle as It Follows, where there's like an entity that you become, attached to, and it follows you all around until finally, drives you crazy and terrible things happen. And so, the first one I really liked. I liked its presentation. I liked the acting. Special effects were great. It was a fantastic horror film. Well, I'm really looking forward to Smile 2. I saw it was streaming on MGM Plus, and I said, "Oh yeah, checking that out for sure," because it's been on my radar for a few months. And man, guys, this is pleasantly surprising how good this was. What it does is it takes what we know from the first film about the entity or whatever that attaches itself to you, and it expands on that lore some, and I like that. It expands on the lore as in like, I don't recall, now it's been a little bit since I've seen the first Smile, but I don't recall ever seeing what the entity actually looked like. It was more like you're seeing a third person perspective of the person seeing it, and they're reacting to it. But in this one, we finally get to check out what it looks like. Awesome. It's more on a cosmic stage towards the end of the film, which makes it go a little off the rails, which is awesome. I like that a lot. We got our Smile type thing where this guy witnesses the horrible event, it attaches to him, and then he winds up transferring it to a pop star, or a pop star who's trying to stay relevant, rescue her career from, some tragedy that befell her, and it was her fault because she was, on the sauce and the pills and stuff. And so, she is trying to get back in the good graces of the public, but when this thing attaches itself to her, everybody, starts thinking she's crazy because of the way she's acted and stuff. And so I really liked that aspect of the story, how it wasn't just some people, this time around. It wasn't just a couple of people and then, yada yada. This was like, oh, well, she's a public figure that it's attached to, you know what I mean? So I thought that was really cool. I also like the dynamic between the characters because of her past, because of her addictions and whatnot. Her mother is like her manager, her PR person, and so her mother's like, listen, you've got her character trying to basically say, cover up for her so the public doesn't get wind of this, and then you've got other characters who are like, they're everything just plays a good part. Everything just plays a good part with each other. Everything connects. Everything has chemistry. The character dynamics are there. I couldn't really think of what I was trying to say there, but what I'm trying to get at is everything felt natural. Nothing felt forced or like it was just there for filler. Like the film progresses. When you start watching it, you're watching it intently. Because it grabs a hold of you from the first scene, from the opening of the film. You're like, whoa, you've got my attention. You've piqued my curiosity. And it doesn't let go until the end. And I think they do well to set up for a third one. I think there will be one maybe. But again, I liked this story. Naomi Scott, she played Jasmine in Aladdin. She played Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin film with Will Smith as Genie and all that. And so I think her acting in this was phenomenal. Her facial expression, she looked genuinely terrified. She had that Blair Witch snot bubble thing in her nose. I mean, it was her acting was very, very good. In fact, everybody's acting in this was incredible. Everyone had great range. When you're supposed to be psychotic, you look psychotic. When you're supposed to look terrified and crying, you look terrified and you're crying. I mean, everybody really nailed their roles. So fantastic on that. I give them props. The special effects were excellent. I'm sure most of them were CGI, but it didn't look fake. It looked very good, very visceral. Had some jibs in it, little giblets. But it was good kills. There were some creative kills, but mainly it was just how it messed with her mind. It was very psychological in this one. It was very like, okay, well, is this really happening, or is she imagining this and it's playing with her mind? Like, I love that aspect, because sometimes you're watching it and all of a sudden something happens and you're like, whoa, that wasn't what was happening. That wasn't real, So I really, really like that, because it keeps you engaged. It keeps you wanting to know what's happening. And then when we get to our third act, it's such a great payoff to finally see this entity, to see what it looks like through the eyes of the person. So it's awesome. It's really, really a good payoff. I liked the film a lot. I highly recommend it. You can watch it on MGM Plus if you have that. If not, you can probably rent it from Prime Video or something like that. But it's well worth your time. I highly recommend checking it out. 2 thumbs up. Great movie. 4 stars if I was still giving it a star system. I mean, it was really, really a good movie, guys, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the first one. If you liked the first one, you'll love this one. So anyway, guys, that's it for Smile 2. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, click that like and subscribe button for me. And as always, I am going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Peace out, my friends. God bless you, and I will see you next time.